Hi everybody, so now we will be working on our next lesson, and that's going to be about point slope form. Okay, so our goal will be to write and graph linear equations using point slope form. Now, what is the point slope form? If you will remember, when we talked about slope intercept form, in the equation you can find the slope and the y-intercept. So same idea with the point slope form of the equation of the line, wherein the equation looks like this: y minus y1 is equal to m times the quantity x minus x1, wherein you have a point. And where is that point? The point is the y1, the x sub 1 and the y sub 1. So you have those points. They are subtracted to both the y variable and the x variable. And then the slope, as usual, is our m. Okay, so from the name itself, there is the point on the line and also its corresponding slope that is found on the equation itself. All right, so let's have an our first example. So we will have to write an equation wherein a line needs to pass through the point -3, 6, and it has a slope of -5. So what will be the equation of that line? So if you would remember, our point slope form follows y minus y sub 1 is equal to m times x minus x sub 1. All right, so all we need to do here is to make sure that we replace each part accordingly. So remember, the point is -3, 6. This is your x sub 1, this is your y sub 1, and then your slope is your m. So just put them into your equation. So this will now be y minus your y sub 1, which is 6, is equal to the slope, which is -5, x minus your x sub 1, which is -3. Okay, now remember, you have to simplify. Make sure that you don't have, like, something like this wherein you have a minus negative. So you can rewrite this part, and this will simply become x negative times negative. That's going to be a positive, so it's going to be a plus 3. Okay, so that is the equation of the line in point slope form. So why don't you try this next example on your own? Go ahead. And so our equation will be y plus 4 is equal to 2/3 times x minus 8. Okay, so this time, how are we going to graph our equation? So in this case, our equation is y minus 1 is equal to 2/3 times x minus 2. So remember, we are given two important information from this equation. We have a point, okay, and what is that point? This is our y sub 1, this is our x sub 1. All right, so remember, it should follow the pattern y minus y sub 1 is equal to m times x minus x sub 1. So as you can see, x sub 1 is directly going to be equal to +2, okay? And then our y sub 1 is going to be 1. So we have a point at 2, 1, and that will be here. So this is 2, and then this is 1 here. So there is a point over here, sorry. And then how do we find a second point? Remember, we need 2 points to create a line. So we will use the slope, which is 2/3, which means we can move 2 up, 3 to the right, or you can go 2 down, 3 to the left. Okay, so since we have enough space either direction, let's just go up by 2. So we have 1, 2, and then 3 to the right, 1, 2, 3. So our next point is going to be there. This is our first point, which is given from the equation. That's our second point. And so we can already, oops, sorry, my bad. I don't know why it changed to an eraser there. So you can already have a line that goes like that. Okay, so pretty direct. You have your slope, you're given 1 point. All you need to do is find a second point, and you can use the slope to do that. All right, so why don't you try this next example? Graph the line y plus 7 equals -4/5 times x minus 4. Go ahead. Okay, so sorry, I had to switch on the light. Remember our point slope form, y minus y sub 1 is equal to m times x minus x sub 1. Our point is going to be 4, okay? Now, our y value is negative 7, all right? Remember, from the point slope form, it has to be y minus y sub 1. What you are given is y plus 7. So the moment that it is the opposite operation, then you will have to do the negative version of this number, okay? And then our slope is negative 4 over 5. You have two options. You can go up by 4, 5 to the left, or 4 down, 5 to the right. So if you are going to take a look, if you count 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's not gonna fit. So what we can do is we will have each of this as by 2s, all right? So this will be negative 2, negative, so this is negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, negative 10, okay? Just to accommodate our points. So we have a point at 4, so it's gonna be over here. That's 2, 4, 6, 8. So we have a point at 4, negative 7. So somewhere here. And then our slope will be, you can go 4 down if you would like, but I think it will be a lot easier if we go 4 up and then 5 to the left, okay? So we go 4 up. Remember, this is by 2s. So you have, let me switch a different ink, okay? So you go 4 up. So that's going to be 1, 2, oops. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you have to go 5 to the left. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So remember, we are using 2 as the measurement for each of these boxes, all right? So our next point is going to be somewhere here. And so all we need to do is connect those 2 points, and we have our line already, okay?